And hello. How are we all doing? Are we all having a fantastic day? Hello. I'm so used to starting these things with Tatiana that I'm not sure how to start them on my own. How is everybody today? Welcome everybody to the IndieCade channel. Welcome to the Beyond Screen show and the Alt+Ctrl section. This week, unfortunately, it's first things first. Today is a special bonus episode today. If you have been following the channel recently, you may know that the IndieCade Festival is coming up. And in the run-up to the IndieCade Festival, the Beyond Screen shows are interviewing the nominees for the IndieCade Festival, who are, the nominees for the games that make sense as alternative controller games, performances, LARPs, board and tabletop games, basically all the games that don't, make sense as a sort of digital download that could be offered as part of the digital festival. What we want to do is get all of those creators in and interview them so you can find out about their work, find out about their processes, and learn a bit about the creation of these incredible games that go beyond the traditional screen setup. So tomorrow? God, I feel like I should have rehearsed this. It's okay, Alistair. I've got a long performance ahead of me, so I can focus. Hello, DHL Smith. Welcome to the chat. So, okay, where do I begin? Yes. On Tuesday at 8 o'clock UK time, that's 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time, we will be interviewing Jonah Warren, who is the creator of Choppy Copies, which is a VR game which is nominated in this year's selection. And then on Wednesday, we are going to be interviewing Matt Betancourt from Mouse and the Billionaire, who are the creators of Tikatmos, which is an alternative controller game, which has been nominated as part of this year's festival. The reason I'm here is because I am fortunate enough, I am lucky enough, honoured enough, and delighted enough to have been selected as a nominee for this year's IndieCade Festival. So thank you so much to IndieCade for nominating me, and I guess the process of, how do you interview yourself as a host of one of these shows? Obviously, I can't interview myself, but what I can do is I can show you the game in action. So today we are going to be playing Artholomew Video Stream Challenge, which is the game that I created and which is nominated for the performance category this year. So before we start playing, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what Artholomew Video Stream Challenge is. So, if I look over that way, I can pretend like I'm looking directly at it. On my left this is some footage from some of the live streams from the show. So, Artholomew Video Stream Challenge is a collection of interactive live streams. So there's 8 challenges in total. Reading, ideas, singing, dancing, screenwriting, advertising, and painting. That makes 7. Oh yeah, the final one, the interview, right at the end. So basically, what they all are is the software is it's basically all the things you need to get going, streaming interactive creativity streams. So, for example, one of the streams is all about painting. That's what we're going to be doing today. What you're seeing on my left-hand side, this is a stream where you pretend to be a TV salesman. All of these games involve interaction from the audience. So what the audience types into chat directs what you need to do on the screen. So right now on my left is the screenwriting game. And in the screenwriting game, the audience types character names, location names, stage directions, characters' wants, needs, and desires into the chat. And the computer will randomly select these and weave them together into what, in its infinite computerly wisdom, what it thinks is the outline of a script. And it's up to me as the performer to turn your suggestions and the computer's structure into a description of a film narrative. What you're seeing right now is the painting, where the audience can type into chat to drop markers on the screen and those markers dictate where I need to paint things. Now, this is what you're seeing right now is the interview. So the interview comes at the end once a performer has decided they have done all the challenges that they want to do. They can have an interview with Artholomew Video himself, the creator of all the challenges, and he'll ask you about your process, what it was like to create them, what it was like to create, make these games with the audience's input. But he'll also, in the conversation, start to explore what it is for something to be art, whether or not it matters whether these performances are art or not, and also, like, why it should matter to us as people, whether or not anything we make is any good. And so my hope is that the audience goes away from that conversation with plenty to think about whether or not they need to worry about making good art. So yes, the whole kind of vibe of the game is very much about everybody in the room gets to join in. Everybody in the room is a collaborator. It's not just about the person on the screen, it's about the people in the audience typing into chat as well. Because they are directing the performance. They are setting the momentum, and all the performer needs to do is just, follow their impulses and find the game with them, find a way to play with the audience as they are typing in all of these messages. So here's the salesman. The audience decided to, I think I'd put a box in my head at some point, and the audience decided to get me to advertise people with boxes on their heads. So yeah, the kind of the growth of the project was very much based on wanting, basically, there were a couple of things really. I'd been doing a lot of kind of live streamed performances, which were kind of inspired by a lot of the clown training and fool training that I'd been doing over the previous 4 years, where, like in these performances, you are kind of, as a clown, you look the audience in the eye, and you interact with them directly, and unlike other forms of theatre, the audience for the clown are active participants in the performance that they are looking to find a game with. And I wanted to bring that kind of spirit into live streams, because I think what it does is it kind of offers people a safe way to be creative. I like being messy. I'm not afraid of being messy. I enjoy getting messy. But I think for a lot of people, I feel like I have a lot of conversations with friends or people who come along to my live stage shows who say, "Oh, I'd love to do what you do. I'd love to be creative like you. But I can't. But I'm not a creative person." And I kind of wanted to make this for all the people who say they're not creative people, to prove to them that they are creative people. And so what I want the challenges and the live streams to be is a way that anyone can jump in and have a go. Anyone can, all you need to do is type into chat and you can contribute to a creative act, to a piece of performance art, to a piece of comedy, however it is you want to look at it. You as an audience member are actively contributing to that, and that show would have been different if you weren't there, So, and me as the performer, the software as host, that is all there for to be the medium through which you work. And it kind of takes the risk out of worrying about embarrassing yourself, because, you can't get it wrong. It's up to me to work with whatever you give me. And it frees you from having to worry about making a mess, because, whatever guess gets made, I will clean up afterwards. I don't mind. And so that is basically the kind of the ethos behind the show. So yes, what you're seeing right there is the dancing game. So in the dancing game, I don't know if you know the song Superman by Black Lace. So it was kind of inspired by that. I took a lot of kind of disco sounding music and made the computer kind of choreograph a dance routine that matches the music, and then the audience can type in the dance moves they want to see, and it will start to replace its own dance moves with the audience's dance moves. And as a performer, it's up to me to figure out what to do with that. So it's kind of like an attempt to make it so that, you know, the audience get to play around with human movement, you know? So there's playing around with paint, playing around with human movement, playing around with words, playing around with story, playing around with music and sound, playing around with improv. And as the host, I want to be the vector through which you do that. So, that's the game. That's what goes on it. I am going to start us playing now. So if I switch us over, I'm just going to quickly switch over microphones. So I will start sounding a little different, but because I'm on the hand-free thing now. And if I move on to here, this is the UI for Artholomew Video Stream Challenge. So hello everybody, I'm in the game now. So how is this game played? I'm going to take you in. We are going to do some painting. I've got a canvas here, right here. And there is a camera pointing at that canvas. And there'll be kind of coordinates up on the screen. I need you to type in what you want to see, followed by 2 numbers. And if you do that, so if you say, type in bananas at 50/50, that will tell me to paint bananas right in the middle of the screen. You can also type in style, if you want me to paint it in a particular style, if you want it to be an impressionist banana, if you want me to start doing pop art, or you could type in using, if you want me to use a particular implement, if you want me to start painting with a knife, for example, or if you want me to start painting with, I've got some feathers here, maybe I could paint with a feather. That is up to you. You type in using, followed by what you want to see. The instructions for this will be on the screen with me, and if you need help with any of them, if you can't remember them, type in help, and they will get printed to the chat. Now, if I bring my cursor along, and then I can switch over into the setup phase, and take us into the game, and this should begin. So here we are. Here is our canvas. Here's our canvas ready for you to play with. So, what I need you to do is type in what you want to see and where you want to see it. So, for example, if you want to see a line, type paint line. And we want some pointillist bats. Excellent, pointillist bats. So, let's get some paint. Let's get some paint and some brushes. Let's do, okay, so we're doing pointillist. What color are bats? Let's mix up some dark paint first. Very quickly. I've got some brown acrylic in here. Well, let's start with some ochre paint. Get that onto the thing and get that onto a brush. There we go. And you want it to use any style other than pointillism. Oh, okay. So we have a challenge here. How do I do pointillist bats using any style other than pointillist? We've also got strange eggs. So I think, okay. So pointillists did these tiny little dots. So what if we do big dots for these bats? I'll move the marker just so you can see me paint these pointillist bats. Pointillist bats. And hello, Mike. Yes, you're here. I can tell. Thank you. I kind of suspected that might be you. So Mike is a familiar face from, I've forgotten what bats look like. Ah! Okay, that's alright. We start with the wings. Some nice pointillist, but not pointillist, big pixel wings. And some bat legs. Okay, here we go. Pointillist bats. It's got little bat feet. And then, oh, there needs to be more than one, so I'll do another one up here. And then I'll try to get to some of the other things. So, I don't know why I'm giving them little human legs, but I kind of feel like they want them. So, I might go back and flesh those bats out later, but we need some strange eggs. Strange eggs. What's going to be strange about these not pointillist eggs? Okay, well, let's start by making them... Let's mix up some blue paint. So... we'll have a blue egg, like a duck egg. So, let's mix some of that paint up. Get ourselves a lovely, lovely blue. And then begin. So I put 90 minutes on the clock. So over the course of 90 minutes, we are going to transform this empty canvas into a beautiful work of art using all of your contributions. So keep those suggestions coming in. If you want me to change the medium or change the style, all you need to do is type in medium or using, followed by the medium you want to see me use. What's strange about the egg? What's strange about the egg? I think I'm going to give it antlers. I'm going to give it antlers because I've got the brown paint here. So let's give it like antlers, like a moose. There we go. So this strange egg is strange because it has antlers. There it goes. Antlery egg. There we go. Not sure quite what style that is. I think at the moment that's Alistair style, but it's not pointillist, so that's good. So you want a blue-green handprint without my hand, a dinosaur, and a tiny smiling pink flower. Okay, let's get a small brush for the tiny pink flower. Get some pink paint. Squirt it onto the palette. That's the word for this. Paint with the brush end, not the stick end. And okay, so the tiny smiling pink flower. Oh, I've done it possibly a bit big. I wonder what style I mean, I'm trying to think of a style other than normal. But okay, so it needs to have a stalk. Let's give it a nice stalk, and then we want a finger paint hot dog that's also shaped like a tiger. Excellent. Okay, coming right up. Here they come. Smiling pink flower. And shooting stars impressionist style. Ooh, that's nice. So, we've got most of the flower there. We just need to give it the middle bit and then make it smile. So, get some yellow paint on. Get some yellow paint that wants to come out of the tube. That would be a good one. And here we go. Right, shooting stars impressionist style. That will go with that smiling pink flower. And let's give that smiling flower. Can you see those eyes? There we go. Ah, that looks nice and happy. That's a very happy flower. Excellent. So we got a pink flower. So I missed the dinosaur. So that dinosaur was about there. So I'll remember that. Finger paint hot dog that's also shaped like a tiger. Right. Okay. So finger paint a hot dog. So that's a general sausage shape. But it's got to be shaped like a tiger. So I want to get some... what do I want to do to that sausage to make it more tiger-like? I want to give it claws and teeth. So I need to make it pounce. Here's its claws. Rawr. Hot dog, burning bright. Will you catch your prey tonight? Be it hot or be it cold. Sausage dog tiger. Okay, so it needs to have some big fangs. So there's its sausage dog teeth. And there we got a sausage dog tiger. Okay, so we want a dinosaur. Everyone knows that dinosaurs were green. I've got a green brush out already. Let's wet that brush. Okay, green dinosaur coming right up. So, green dinosaur, let's start with the body. Nice big long tail. And then... So, if you want me to change up the style, if you want to give me another style to work with, because I think the style I'm going with is 5-year-old at the moment, which is not pointillist. 5-year-olds are not pointillists. Let's get that dinosaur in there, and let's make it a happy dinosaur. That is weirdly ended up looking surprisingly happy. Let's give it some nice teeth. We want it to be cubist. Right. Let's give this dinosaur some nice big teeth. There we go. And a nice eyeball so it can see its prey. And a nice blue eye. And it's looking at the hot dog saying, I want to eat that. So we've done the finger paint hot dog. We need to do the shooting stars. Impressionist. Reaching from behind the canvas and only looking at my screen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's do this. Let's do this. So, okay, I want to get some darker blues and violets on my, what is it called? Where does the artist put his paints? I've forgotten what it's called. Art paint doodads. Let's call it that. And let's get, we've got some dark blue, we've got some purple, and I think probably some black from night sky. There we go. Okay, so you want me to reach from behind and paint by looking at the screen. So, firstly, we want this night sky. So, where am I? Okay. Oh, so I painted over the flower somewhat, trying to make this night sky. See, painting kind of backhanded I can do. So we want a style cubism ocean tidal wave. Right. Okay. I will get on that. So we're doing the night sky first, because otherwise there's nothing for the shooting stars to shoot. Okay, and then I'll go around the other side and I'll do that ocean tidal wave in a cubist style. So now we're going to get that yellow paint and we're going to do some downward streaks like shooting stars. I kind of want the paint to show up a bit more against that, so I might swap from the poster paint to the acrylic at this point, because the acrylic, as I have found out, shows up really nicely. So those are some good shooting stars there. Oh wait, no, I looked, I shouldn't have done that. You know, you can just about see my chin there, if you look closely. So let's get some... This is really difficult, painting from behind the canvas. I love it. Oh god. I'm going backwards. What I think is left to right is actually right to left. This is really complicated. Yeah, it's the opposite way to what I expect. Okay, so we want a feather painted ghost with headphones, and we want a Cubist Ocean Wave. Cubist Ocean Wave is a great name for an album, by the way. So, behind the canvas I go. And I am trying very hard to do this, honestly. So, a Cubist tidal wave. I think we want to make it angular. The Cubists, with the Cubists, Cubism is all about you seeing it from many angles at once. So, how can I recreate that? And at the moment, it's just a splodge. So let's see, how can I recreate this splodge from multiple angles? And then I'll try and have another couple of goes, get some white paint on this, and maybe want the crest of the wave. The crest of the wave is like sploosh. 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 And you're seeing that sploosh from multiple angles. I mean, I could probably just fling some at it. But getting a lot of paint on my floor at the moment. It's just dropping off the brush. Okay, that's my best Cubist Ocean Wave. I tried my best. Keep the difficult suggestions coming though. So, okay, we want a feather painted ghost with headphones. So, ghosts. What color are ghosts? I play Pac-Man, I know ghosts are orange, so let's get some lovely orange paint on here. Let's draw Clyde. Okay, so orange paint goes onto the doodad. And we want to feather paint a ghost with headphones. So I'll give it some things for its eyes, and I'll do the headphones in the black. Where's the feather? Here we go. Right. Behind I go. Behind the canvas I go. Okay. Okay, here it... Okay, this is taking shape. I know which way is down, because it's the same way... It's still the same way. I know I'm rattling the... This is really hard! It's not a complaint. But just accepting how difficult this is. Let's get this ghost. Right. Yes. Yes. And we want it to be done upside down. Okay, so here's a question. Do you want me to paint everything upside down? Or do you want me to be upside down? So I'm drawing an upside down childhood memory. I'm going to show you the canvas right now. The way I'm holding it, the paint's starting to slowly drip off it. Okay, cool. So, let's... One eye. Two eyes. And then it's headphones, which we'll do in black. Which start here. I mean, I have bad coordination the best of times, so... Come on, feather, follow where my hand's trying to take you. Okay. Yes. Yes! Oh my, I'm doing it! I'm drawing a headphone! I did it! Oh my god, I did it! I can't believe it! I have pure skill. Now, draw one of my childhood memories upside down. Do you want me to be upside down? Using fruit or vegetable? And hello, Dennis. Hello, Dennis. Welcome to the stream. So, fruit or vegetable? That's a difficult... Okay, so let's see. What have I got? What have I got? Let's go Satsuma. We're going Satsuma. Here we go. Satsuma. I'm going to put it on the end of my finger like that. And we want me to paint one of my childhood memories upside down. So... One of my childhood memories would be, oh god, okay, so, Christmas Day. Christmas Day, and under the Christmas tree was a cuddly toy Sonic the Hedgehog, that my grandma had gotten me, and I was so happy. So let's draw that, let's paint that upside down, but it's got to be upside down. So, upside down, so let's do this upside down Christmas tree here. Which looks a bit like a green Tasmanian devil at the moment. Let's remove the marker for that. Press the palette to the canvas. That one I can do very easily. So I will get on that immediately. Let's do the upside down Christmas tree. And we want the red bucket. Because that's our Christmas tree was always in a red bucket. So here it is. Dropping some paint. That's good. It looks like Christmas decorations. And then let's paint a tiny little cuddly Sonic. And if I can make it look cuddly, all the better. So, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And, okay. So, if I can get the paint out of here, that'll be the hard bit. There we go. So, blue paint. Let's paint... Oh, wow. That's just a big splodge. So there's Sonic under the Christmas tree, upside down. He had blue legs and red shoes and little tan arms. So let's get what colour arms. Where did I put the palette? That's the word for it. That's what I was looking for. Let's give him some brown arms. Okay, that ended up green. And some white eyes. And there we go. That's me getting Sonic the Hedgehog under a Christmas tree. So I want an upside down cat using glittery paint in pixel art. Okay, I shall try American Gothic with two fish. Right, well first off I'll do the easy one. Here's a canvas. There it goes. There it goes. Onto the board. And it left a feather behind. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so it left the feather behind.
Thank you very much for the compliments on the Sonic Buyer fruit. I appreciate that. So, your cat. Okay, so you want it to be done using glittery paint. So, I have glitter. Here is the glitter. What color is a cat? I guess I'm going to guess you have an orange cat, because orange is a fun color to paint. Orange paint goes on the canvas. I get a brush. I wet it a bit, and then I dry it on my legs. And you want it to be pixel art using glittery paint. So, let's make up some glittery paint. I just want you to see, I'll tilt it so you can see what I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. Down comes the glitter. White and orange. Oh, I did well. I feel very smart. Well, it's going to be glittery white and orange now. So, your cat... Okay, so we've got a nice cat body here. Let's, I'll remove the marker so you can see what I'm painting. Can't really see the glitter, so I might add some extra glitter on top once we've done this. I'm going to see if I can draw a kind of sleepy looking cat. So we'll do a tail there, curled round. And see, because cats like to sleep, don't they? And that's its legs kind of curled into a leg position. Now we want some white for the white bits of cat. So I'm going to give it white stripes, like a reverse tiger. There we go. And a white bit on the tail. There we go. And let's give it some white bits on the legs, so you can tell where the legs are. And everybody knows from Alice in Wonderland that cats have a nice big grin. So let's give it a nice big grin. And 2 big eyes. And then it's got to have a little cat nose. So, I forgot to do it in pixel art. Okay, I will remember. Try and remember to do the next ones in pixel art. But there we go, there's a little cat. And then, we need to give it a couple of eyes, because cats have vertical eyes. And there we go, that's a cat. That is weirdly more cat-like than I thought I'd be able to manage. Give it a wee nose so you can boot the nose. And then... there we go. So that's a cat. And then you want more glitter, presumably. So let's get more glitter on that cat. Glittery, glittery cat. Okay, pixel art, glittery paint. I wonder if you can... You can't... Okay, there's... Right, what was it? Memory and corruption, and American Gothic with 2 fish and pixel art. Okay, oh god, I almost wish I had 2 fish here that I could paint with. What colour is a fish? Fish are silver. And you want me to use paint wicks with flour. Okie dokie. So, I shall go and grab some flour. And try and do American Gothic with these fish, and then do some memory corruption. So what could memory corruption look like? So from doing these streams, I've learnt to keep my, basically, keep a bunch of cooking ingredients nearby. Because they'll always come up at some point. Here we go, here's some flour. I'm going to mix it with some paint. Oh wow, okay, cool. We've got lots of stuff now. Excellent. Lots to work with. So let's... American Gothic with fish. Pixel art, American Gothic, fish. I almost wanted... it would be easier to just stick... If I had a pitchfork, I would use a real pitchfork. That would be a nice way to do this. Do not have a real pitchfork, but I do have a real fork. So, if that takes your fancy, you know exactly how to get that onto the page. But let's do these 2 pixel fish, made using a mix of paint and flour. So they're meant to be salmon. They're kind of vertical salmon. So 2 vertical pixel salmon. If this does not read as a salmon, I don't know what does. I think if this doesn't read as a salmon, you know, you need to engage your imagination more. You know, start believing in dreams. So that's our 2 salmon, and let's give them the wee pitchforks. Pitchfork 1, pitchfork 2. They both have pitchforks in that picture, don't they? Oh, I need some more silver. Oh well, I'll just make grey. We all know how to make grey. It's black and white. Mix them together. Get some grey. And then we paint pitchforks. There we go. American Gothic with salmon. We need memory corruption. Memory corruption. What does memory corruption look like? It looks like a garbled mess in paint mixed with flour. It's corrupt. Does not compute. Oh, I want to put an error message on there. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to look weird. It's going to look weird. And then I'm going to put an error message on there. We want dancing French fries, a Bison pictograph painting style. Cool. Okay, let's put an error message on there. There we go. Memory access violation. There we go. That's an error message. That's an error message. There we go. That's an error message. The way round it's readable. Memory access method. That's going on the memory corruption. And there we go. What next? Dancing French fries. Want it tilted 90 degrees. Tilted 90 degrees. Bison hamburger washing machine. Hamburger wizard with lots of texture. Okay. I've got lots to work with. I may not get to all of these in time. I shall try my very best to honor all of these suggestions. And here it comes. Here comes the paint. Mix it with the flour. Hamburger wizard. Let's start with the buns. The buns. So if I try to, as I squeeze the air out of this, it just kind of makes a big kind of poof of air that just blows the flour all around. So, hamburger wizard. So, there's the bun. Top bun. Bottom bun. Okay. I want lots of texture. Lots of texture. Okay, maybe what I'm going to do... Let's get the brown paint in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage... That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to massage some flour into this. Okay, that wasn't the shade of brown I was thinking it was going to be. This is clearly purple. It's alright. Everybody loves a purple hamburger. It's beyond meat. It's made with beetroot. And then let's give it some texture. Just kind of mash some texture into it. And that's texture. There we go. So the Bison pictograph, unfortunately the others have gone. I've forgotten what they were, so just tell me. Put them back on. And you want tilted 90 degrees a bison. A bison tilted 90 degrees. So we want make someone else paint one of them. If there's anyone else around. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. Is there anyone else around? So if I start to... There must be somewhere in this thing there is someone else. Yes! Yes, I can feel it now. I can feel the possibilities opening up. I'm looking for someone else. I'm looking for a good old friend. I'm also washing my hands so I don't get paint all over whatever it is I pick up. Friend. Okay. I'm going a bit at the moment because I know I've got a really... Do I just jettison the good idea and go for something I know is within reach? Can you even hear me right now? I've got into another room in the flat. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Friend. There we go. My friend Shredwood paper shredder is here. Hello, hello. What? Okay, so what does Shredwood need to paint? Using 11 herbs and spices. Okay. Right, so you want Bison. You want Bison painted. I'm finding it hard to see. So that's good. That's interesting. Right, there's my canvas. Sorry, there's my... I keep forgetting what the thing is. Let's shake this up and stick this on. I'm still audible. Excellent. I was worried I'd have lost signal with the headset. So let's get some Bison using 11 herbs and spices. So let's first draw a Bison here. So Bison have big horns like that, don't they? Or am I drawing a Highland cattle? I might be accidentally drawing a Highland cattle. And the Bison are going to be running, so they've got their legs in front of them and their legs behind them. And there we go. I believe it was meant to be a cave painting of a Bison. So that's the best Bison I can do. I want the word palette so I can remember. Thank you. Thank you so much. What style is that in? The 11 herbs and spices, I need that. P-A-L-L-E-T-T-E. I know I've spelt that wrong. I can never remember if it's 2 T's or 2 E's. The English spelling of colour. Oh, yes, yes. We spell it with a lot of U's these days. Not the letter U. Okay. Okay, so I can't use the letter U, but I have to do the English spelling of colour. Okay. I think I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. C-O-L. Oh, I should use a different colour. C-O-L-O-O-R. Then I'm gonna get myself some blank pieces of card and just stick one over there. And so the bottom half of one of the O's now looks like a U. And there we go. I didn't use the letter U. What? Something fell over. Oh, it's just my seat. It's fine. There we go. The English spelling of colour. I feel smart. I feel smart. I did a clever. Okay, so what's next? What's next? Okay, so Shredwood. Oh, you wanted 11 herbs and spices, and you want an O there. Okay, let's get some more colours in. Let's get some more colours in. Let's mix it up with the flour so it sticks a bit better. And let's do an O here. And here it is. And that's an O. I like the green is just kind of mixing with the other colours and making a kind of mulch colour. So here we go. Keep on painting things you want to see. I'm going to go and get 11 herbs and spices to add to this. Keep on adding the things you want to see. Somewhere... Okay, I found herbs. So let's get some herbs and... Let's just get some herbs on there. Just like you asked for. Someone asked for 11 herbs and spices. We've got some herb de Provence. That was a lot of herb de Provence. It was slightly more herb de Provence than I was expecting to use. Let's get the spices, and then I'll go on to doing the next thing that you wanted to see. Spices. What have we got here by way of spices? Ground turmeric. There we go. Ground turmeric, everyone, you wanted herbs and spices to go with the colour. I remember that, so there we go. Here's your herbs and spices. It doesn't really adhere, does it? Okay, that's something to work on. You want a compact disc. You want me to use a knife to remove a square of paint, and you want me to use a compact disc to paint a compact disc. So, let's remove a square of paint. I'll remove that mark first, and then I'll get a... And there we go. And we shall auction this square of paint off to the highest bidder. Do I hear $1 for this slice of paint? Okay, bear with a hot coffee and a compact disc with a compact disc, and I'm still painting with someone else. Right, let's go get some blank compact discs. I've got them lying around somewhere. Yeah. Doing these streams has taught me to keep random stuff close at hand. Compact disc. Here it is. So, what colour is a compact disc? I mean, it's kind of all kinds of colours, but it's mainly silver. So, I've got grey. I know I have silver, like, paint somewhere, but... Okay, there's not a lot of grey paint in here. So, we're going to just squirt on some white. Squirt on some black. And we want $1. So, hopefully when we mix these together, with my face really close to the canvas, I can take off this head. It probably saves you a lot of rustling noises as well now. So, a compact disc. Painted with a compact disc. Okay, I think I'm going to need to use... What am I going to... Okay, let's just get more paint on here and try and just scrape it on. It falls off the compact disc really easily. But that's starting to look a bit like a compact disc, and you want me to use glue, and I want my face to be really close. Okay, so I'll just finish off this compact disc and I will get on that. Let's get those shiny rim edge things that, you know, because they go kind of colourful, don't they, compact discs? Let's get those colours on there. Let's get some red on there. So we've got various colours of light reflecting off of this thing. And here we go. Red. And that looks like a compact disc. There we go. A compact disc painted using a compact disc. Right. You want $1 using glue, a bear with hot coffee, and I'll give you pounds. Okay. This is a recipe for disaster. Right. So, my face really close to the canvas, and you want me to use glue. Right. Okay, so how am I going to do $1 using glue and my face really close? Here's the glue. I got the PVA glue. So, $1. I wonder if I can use... Let's start with that $1. Oh, wow, that is right in the gap there. So, let's see if I can paint a dollar bill. If I put enough PVA glue in here, can I etch a picture of... Is it Abraham Lincoln who's on the dollar? There we go. So let's get some... That's some glue in there. Dripping down. And now I'm going to try and... Oh, it's the weird pyramid with the eye is on the dollar bill, isn't it? So let's do a weird pyramid with an eye in that dollar bill. And there we go. That... Does that read on camera? Yeah, you can just about see that. That's my dollar bill. I'll put a 1 up in the corner and a 1 down in that corner. And there we go in the paint. It's a dollar bill. Dollar bill! Okay, an elaborate artist signature after folding over the corner. Using the Windows XP wallpaper printout. Right, okay. Let's... Windows XP wallpaper. Let's share. I print and scan. Coming right up. It says web page not available. I'm printing that. Okay, so with my face really close, I'll give you £1. I'm sorry I didn't see what was on there. I will try and bring the chat back up if I can find the mobile app again. There we go. I'm back in the room. Now, print. There we go. Okay, telephone banana using tissue paper. Telephone banana using tissue paper, and you'll go, I'll give you £. I'll give you £. I'll give you £. I want, with my face, I just want to give £. I'm going to glue some coins. I'm going to glue some coins. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, alright, here it comes. I'll give you £. Where's my wallet? Let's glue on some coins. I've got Okay, I've got a thing of spare coins here. I got a thing of spare coins, so I'm just going to stick some coins on here. And that's going to be, I'll give you pounds. There we go. The coins are descending. Here we go. Oh no, the coins do not want to be part of the art. They say that money and art don't go together. Is this what they were talking about? We don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, right. You'd buy the removed paint. Right, okay. Well, what's happened? What's happened is what's happened. The paint has accumulated value. And there we go. Let's see. Okay. Will these coins stay on the canvas all the way to the end of the performance? Here's the printout of the error message. So let's, they're all falling off. An elaborate artist signature after folding. So I'm going to use this as my as a sort of stylus. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Okay, so what's next? Right. You want me to an elaborate artist signature after folding. So I want to fold this over. Okay, why can't I get this up? Just cut the tape off. There we go. It's free. So we're folding up the corner, and then you want an elaborate artist signature. Okay. I like that the glue's kind of holding it in place. So an elaborate artist signature, I'm going to use as a stylus. I'm going to use the Windows XP thing. And where's my palette gone? Let's get some blue paint, because blue is the colour of ink. Squirt it onto the palette. And on we go. So, an elaborate artist signature. So let's start with the A in Alistair or Artholomew. It's got to be signed by Artholomew, hasn't it? So, let's do a nice, super curly A. And that's Artholomew. Okay. And then the V, which needs to be very curly. B, I, D, E, O. And then it needs to have a squiggle at the bottom. I don't know if you can even see that. Oh, you can just about see that. So there we go. That's our Artholomew video's signature there. Snow cone, snowman using breadstick or another. I'm not even using... But we've had a request from Marmite. We've had a request from Marmite, people. You knew this was coming. I did know this was coming. I am hungry for Marmite paint, so let's make this happen. But first, we want... And I still haven't done my face really close to the canvas. So... snow cone snowman using breadstick or another carb. Another carb. I've got bread. I'll use bread. Okay. So I'll try to smush it into a kind of stick shape. And there we go. Breadstick. Snow cone snowman. Snow cone snowman. So, I mean, the thing is with the snow cone snowman, it's not going to show up. So let's start with the cone. Let's give it a nice pink cone to sit in. I mean, I'm guessing at what a snow cone is. I have never had a snow cone before. I don't think they're a thing we have in the UK, so I only know of them from, like, being referenced on TV, and my face isn't close enough. Let's put my face here. I don't know if you can still hear me, but... Okay, let's get some white paint on there for the rest of the snowman. I just squirted. There goes another coin, by the way. Okay, so let's get another... I don't know if you can actually see... Oh, you can just about see the snowman starting to appear. It needs some sticks for hands. Let's just get rid of that paint that I don't want. Throw it on the floor with all the other rubbish. And let's give it some sticks for hands. Let's give it some sticks for hands, people. Yes, yes, it comes out of the thing. Sticks for hands. It needs to have a couple of little eyes, a carrot nose, and a top hat. And that's an authentic snowman. So let's give it a top hat. Paint it with the bread. You want me to use my lips? Scratchily. Okay. Okay, and cheese. Cheese. My favourite meme, cheese. That's... okay, there's our snowman. I hope the snowman does the job. Cheese. Snow cone snowman, that can come off the screen now. Cheese and my favourite meme. So, cheese, cheese, cheese. Scratchily cheese using my lips. I do not have a lot of cheese in the fridge to work with, so this I've got. Here is my inspiration for this cheese. Let's put it here, and we want me to paint cheese using my lips. So I know the paint is non-toxic, but because it's all children's paint. However, oh sod it. You know what? I'm doing it. This is gross. Don't have to. Okay, I'm doing it. I've just got to build up some courage for it. Don't worry, it's non-toxic. This is children's poster paint. I have tasted it before, and it just tastes like salt. Oh. Just a wedge of cheese. That feels really unpleasant. Oh god, that does. I don't know. There's something about that just feels really off. Oh well, I did it. I did it. Right. Okay. I must suffer for our art, people. I must suffer for our art. Okay, so my favorite meme. My favorite meme is where the guy gets paint all over his face. Not a style request, go rinse and then use my forehead. Alright, I'm a rinsing. Okay, can you hear this water? Can you hear this splishy, splashy water? Let's... The weird thing is, it's like, it's not... Okay, so it tastes a bit odd because it's like mildly salty. It doesn't taste like a lot, but it does taste kind of salty. I'll be honest, it tastes like... It tastes like snot, is what it tastes like. But it's the sensation, the texture of it is so weird. Because it's like yogurt, but slightly stickier. It's really weird. Wet canvas, using my forehead. You want my favourite meme? My favourite meme was always the Forever Alone guy. I always thought to use... I think I like the sort of the tragicomic aspect of that. I've moved the microwave microphone ever so slightly away from my face. So let's try and draw Forever Alone. Okay, so there's a white patch. We need to get his outlines. outline. So his outline's wearing black, and then we need two kind of tiers to run down him. So let's matte paint on my forehead. Let's do an outline of that. That didn't quite work out as an outline, but then we have the two teardrops, and that was my forever alone. I don't know. I like the tragicomic bit of that. So okay. There we go. You know what I said about in the intro, not minding making a mess? I just want you to know, this is proof of that pudding. This is proof that I don't mind making a mess. I wet the canvas using my forehead. Right, sponge incoming. Let's go get a sponge. Wet sponge. Here's a wet sponge. I need some way of attaching it to my forehead. So let's go with the classic gaffer tape. And then we're going to wet the canvas at 50-50. Gaffer tape, sponge, forehead. Okay, wet canvas. I can't really move the sponge while it's attached to my forehead because it just kind of sticks to whatever it's on. But there we go. We wet the canvas. I'm going to turn the tap off, and then I'm painting my favorite Pokemon using my thing. Okay, so favorite Pokemon. There's a couple of them. I really like Chestnut. That's one that it's like Pokemon you've discovered in early life. I was there right at the beginning for Pokemon, as in UK right at the beginning, 1999. So, you know, back then, Electabuzz was my favourite. I think it was because I'm unusual. I had Pokemon Blue, you couldn't get it in Blue, so it was just like weird and exotic to me. However, Drifblim, not Drifblim, what's the wee balloon guy? The little balloon guy I just think is so cute. And it's just so weird and obscure. I like all the also-ran characters. It's probably why I like. Anyway, my least favourite vegetable. So let's draw that little purple balloon character. So let's get some paint up there. And we want wet to be the style. And we want, so my favourite Pokemon up here. So, that's the body, and it's got like purple on top. So let's get some purple paint on my head as well. And you want me to use fruit. Okay, I'm going to... Let's get a banana. Right. Drifloon, that's the one. One of your favourites along with Chestnut. You have very good taste. You have very good taste. There was it, Drifloon and Drifblim. This Drift is the part of the name I could remember, but not what came after it. I just thought it was so cute and so obscure as well. I like the weird ones that no one remembers. So let's give it its nice long, like, arm things with wee hands at the end, and it goes boom, boom, boom. So, and you want my least favorite vegetable, easily beetroot. Easily beetroot. Vegetables shouldn't bleed. I have one rule about vegetables. Vegetables shouldn't bleed. So, okay, there's its little hands. And there we go. That's a Drifloon. It needs to have little eyes, but I won't have time to do the other stuff. If I have time, I'll go back to the eyes. We want my least favourite vegetable, so let's get that maroon paint back on, and let's draw a beetroot. Disgusting, disgusting beetroot. So I'm a vegetarian. I eat a lot of vegetables. And I'm not particularly picky about food. Like, I like trying new foods and things. But I just hate... It's weird to me that it's the texture. It's got a kind of weird gritty texture to it. And it also... I don't like how it's kind of a little bit sweet. That's weird, even though it's not a big deal for parsnips and carrots for them to be a little bit sweet. But it's the fact that it leaves a dye behind. I really don't like that. Like, there's just something that... Like, I don't like those sweets that change the colour of your tongue and stuff. To me, that is just a disgusting concept. So, there we go. And we got a little bit of... I put a little bit of reflection on that. See that? See that? That's shading. That's shading. That's evidence of good artists. So we want me to paint another fruit. What's a fun fruit to paint? What's got a good shape? A pear. Let's get a pear. It's all gone pear-shaped, so we're painting a pear with a banana. So here it comes. Here's a pear being painted using a banana. So we're roughly reaching the 2/3 mark in terms of time, so you can see how this painting has kind of changed and evolved over that time. And I kind of like that it's the the actions, the way we're doing this has started to get a bit more ambitious, a bit more weird, and I'm enjoying that. I'm not doing it wet style. Let's put that banana in the water, and okay, well, I've got to... Okay, so I want to mix paint with water for wet style, but I want the banana to kind of absorb. I don't think a bit like the banana's too rubbery on its own, so I'm going to take it out of its casing and use that to sort of soak up some water. Does that literally does nothing. Okay, well, I learned something from it. Another fruit. Keep those suggestions coming out. What should I add in? Use my elbow to paint a purple glitter princess. Tell me where you want the purple glitter princess, Stephanie. Tell me where you want it, and you're gluing yarn or string in the shape of a paw. And I'll try to do it wet using fruit. So, I'll stick the banana down for a moment. Here's some yarn. Let's get some... But yes, if you want to see a purple princess, just type in purple princess, followed by 2 numbers. Anything between 0 and 100. And that will determine where I paint your princess. 50-50. So if you type in purple glitter princess at 50-50, there we go, magic. And using elbow, fantastic. So here's the yarn, and we want it in a wet style, so into the murky water it goes. Just show you what I'm doing here. Into the murky water it goes. Purple glitter princess. Oh, I've got purple glitter. That's good. I can work with that. So, and we want this in the shape of a paw. So, I think I want some toes. I don't know if I have the dexterity for this. Let's try. Start simple. Start with just a clump in the middle. You go round and round and hope that it sticks. And so here's the middle of the paw. And we'll want a happy rat. A happy rat. Or a rappy hat. And then let's get some toes. There we go. So there. I can't believe I'm actually able to do this. I didn't know I had the manual dexterity. There we go. You learn something new every day. We are constantly in a process of growing and changing, people. Remember that. Never give up on the dream. Never give up on the dream. We have a yarn paw. Everyone, a yarn paw has been added to the painting. Let's get that purple glitter princess. So, what I'm going to do, and you want it using your elbow. Okay, so let's... Oh, what? So, I want the purple glitter princess. So let's start by making her, let's just get a simple human figure, and then we're going to dress her up in princessly robes and dresses and things, like what real princesses wear. So here is the purple. And we want to have like a tiara or something. So there we go. She's got big princessy hands so that she can, like, prince-size the various parts of the kingdom. Very important princessing work. And now let's flesh this out. Let's give her... Okay, so that's the shape of a dress. Now she needs a tiara. So let's give her a nice golden tiara. Golden tiara. Golden tiara. In it comes. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So there's our princess with her tiara. But she needs to be glittery. She needs to be glittery. So let's get that purple glitter. And let's make her glittery. Let's give her a very glittery dress. There you go. The purple glittery princess is ready for the ball. The glitter ball. There we go. That's nice and sparkly, that is. I wonder if I can... If I move the camera, you can see it from different angles. You can see how sparkly it is. Look at that. Look how sparkly that is. This is... See, I get to see this close up all the time. Negative colours and foil. You want a robot and a happy rat using negative colours and foil. So, what's a negative colour? I mean, I guess you mean sort of opposite colours. So dark becomes light, light becomes dark. So let's get this foil and do a happy rat. Okay, so let's try... Can I mold this foil into a rat shape? Okay, so that's a kind of rat body with a kind of snouty bit on the front. So... just threw my mouse on the ground. Okay, let's attach this with some nice lot of PVA glue. So, that's a rat body, but it needs a tail. It needs a tail, so let's paint on a tail for it. What colour is a rat's tail? Well, rat's tail is pink, isn't it? So let's get some pink paint. Okay, let's go for amethyst. There we go. Is that the paint I was using for the princess? So there we go. Here's the rat's tail. Too light. Cosmos. Let's try Cosmos. Here it comes. Oh wait, negative colours. I should be doing the opposite colours. Oh well. Right. Okay. So. And it needs little rat feet. So here come the little rat feet. It needs a nose and whiskers, so it can snuffle. And then it needs happiness. So how do we make a rat look happy? Let's see. So there's its nose, and there are its whiskers. And we need it to look happy. So let's give it some eyes. Let's paint on some eyes for this happy little rat. And oh wow, the eye is dripping. There we go. So 2 happy eyes and a smile. So What colour should I do for smiling? Let's do blue because I've got plenty of it. 1, 2 eyes. Oh wow, it's got very big pupils and a big smiling face. And there is our happy rat. So I remember we wanted a robot up here as well. That just about shows up. That's very pretty. Thank you very much. Using rubbing alcohol on mineral spirits, scrub at 80/80. I want to see the colours. Sorry, so yes, just so you know, I'll miss things on the chat sometimes. So if you do need to like shout at me, like for example, Alistair, your microphone is broken. Just type in paint your microphone is broken at this particular location. But let's get some rubbing alcohol or spirits. Scrub at 80/80. Colors run. Jackson Pollock style mirror. Jackson Pollock style mirror. What does Jackson Pollock see when he looks in the mirror? I mean, I know Jackson Pollock style. I know I can do that. So let's do this. We want a mirror. We want to use foil. We want to use rice. So let's get this foil mirror on. Oh wow, that's about right. Mirror, mirror on the painting. Who is the shiniest of the painting? Okay, and let's make it Jack Pollock style. There we go. And Jackson Pollock. So, and we want an oblong. An oblong. So, an oblong using rice. So, that's one colour. This is a meditation in green and blue. Okay, the yellow is not wanting to come out of here. There we go. What more? Can we get it more Pollocky? Is that a different shade of green? There we go. And there's Jackson Pollock's mirror. And we want an oblong made of rice. An oblong made of rice. Into the kitchen I go. On a hunt. I found rice, basmati rice. So, we want an oblong made of rice. I apologise, I haven't figured out how to use the negative colours yet, so sorry if you put that in and are disappointed. And I know Nick Knack wanted the rubbing alcohol, so I shall get onto that at some point. Oblong, a rice oblong. Okay, can I use a ruler or something to maybe make a straight edge? What do I have that makes a straight edge? Believe it or not, I don't have a ruler. Surprise, surprise, the person who likes making a mess does not seem to own a ruler. Okay, so here is an oblong, but we want the oblong to be covered in rice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on both sides of this oblong, and I'm going to... There we go. So now it's covered in... The oblong is covered in glue, so that now, when we rice it, we should get an oblong covered in rice. And that's our rice oblong. Okay, so that is our rice oblong. We have 25 minutes left of art making, so if you want to see more things, keep on typing them in. I'm going to quickly wash this PVA glue off my hand. We have a request for another cat. So, can you hear the water running when I'm doing this? Is that an interesting audio experience for you? Okay, so right, what's next? What's next? Your other cat, and you want me to use a plant. You want me to use a plant. Okay. Plant. What plant am I? Okay, I think the best plant I have for the job. Oh no. Ooh, even better. I have this right. I was going to use the lettuce because I don't want to hurt any of my actual plants. This just fell off my spider plant the other day, so I can use that. We hear the running water. Oh, that's a beautiful name. Beautiful name for a piece of art. Let's see the other cat. Your grandma driving a car on the highway. Okay, and my other cat, and we hear the running water. So what does the sound of rushing water make when made with a bit that fell off a spider plant? Right, the other cat. What color is the other cat? Okay, I've decided, just because I think it will look pretty, I've decided that you have a pink cat. You have a pink cat. It has been decreed, and you have a pink cat. So let's paint a pink cat here using this plant. There we go. And there it is. It's arching its back and hissing, because that seems to go with the texture of this bit of spider plant, which is very scratchy. So it's arching its back and it's hissing. And what do they leave their tails down, or they raise their tails up? I think they raise their tails up when a cat arches its back and hisses. So that's what it's going to do. Let's get some texture on there. So there's your cat arching its back and hissing. Water shouldn't be allowed to run. It might trip over. It hasn't tied its shoelaces. So, Grandma driving a car on the highway. We hear the running water. We hear the running water. What's the sound of running water as a painting? So, God, how would I interpret the sound of running water? It's got to sound like something. I want to basically use the long bit of this plant and kind of slap it against the thing and see if I can make the sound of running water using the plant itself. So, like, that kind of sounds like what it sounded like to me. And I'll just show you the close-up colours here. There's some quite interesting colour mixes there. The pink and the yellow and the green kind of go nicely together. I quite like that. It's quite pretty. See, you've got the light shining off of it. Yeah. Okie dokie. So that's the sound of the running water. And then we want water not to be allowed to run. Now. Okay, so tinfoil a quarter of the canvas. Right. Tinfoil a quarter of the canvas. So it's almost like we're preserving part of the art. Like, part of the art will be hidden forever behind the foil. That's pretty cool. That's pretty out there. That is quite like Damien Hirst, young British artist kind of thing. It's like Damien Hirst burning his paintings at the moment. He's not covering them in tinfoil like I am. So, you know, who's the real young British artist? Hey, Damien Hirst? Come fight me! Come fight me! I'm here on the IndieCade channel, Damien. You want to come down and fight me? I'm here all night. I'm here for the next 20 minutes. Okay, what should we out to run? Well, I've missed the highway. I'm going to grab a rolling pin. So, I don't actually own a rolling pin. I do. Oh my god, I do own a rolling pin. I genuinely thought I didn't own a rolling pin. And I found one while looking for an alternative to a rolling pin. So I want to Grandma on the highway. Grandma on the highway. Dum-ba-dum-bum. Okay. So. Let's see. Can Damien Hirst paint this? Let's find out. So. This is highway. Because it's grey. Grey is the colour of highway. I need a grandma on the highway. Highway Grandma. That sounds like a good name for an album. So I don't know your grandma, but I'm enjoying painting things in pink, so she's going to be in a pink Cadillac, or at least my best approximation of a pink Cadillac that I can do using a rolling pin. And here it comes, here it comes. Wait, I feel like I said Cadillac and then I just started painting a sports car. The rat fell off! The rat fell off, people! I'm so sorry, the rat fell off the art. Let's see if I can paint your grandma. So, let's give your grandma frizzy hair. This is a big curly hair. There we go. I kind of like the texture that's going on. The rolling pin is really fun to paint with because it's just it kind of pushes paint away from itself. So you end up with these really like exciting textures. So here we go. The wheels on the Cadillac, the grandma in the Cadillac. It's an abstract interpretation. But I think it reads. I think it reads. What was the thing? The rats do like to escape. So, I saw tinfoil quarter of the canvas. The water shouldn't be allowed to run. So we need something like a flood barrier or somewhere for the water not being allowed to run. Let's draw the Hoover Dam. The Hoover Dam. Let's do that. So the Hoover Dam is going here. Because I remembered that was there. I don't even know what the Hoover Dam looks like. So, if anyone can help me, tell me. Torn bits of tin foil. The tin foil's a nice direction. I'm enjoying this. Okay. Using Marmite. Okay, the Marmite is back. The Marmite is back. So we're going to be using the special glue. The special glue. Here we go. Over the course of several streams, I seem to have kind of ended up allocating. This is the special art Marmite. This is the Marmite that is allowed to get paint in it. So let's get some Marmite on that canvas. So I'll just use my fingers to help adhere so the torn bits can stick to it. And then we're going to put some torn bits of tin foil on there. Cool. Okay, so torn bits of tin foil. Art Marmite was your favourite beatnik poet. Oh my god, that is genuinely such a good name for a beat poet. Poetry making is still one of the media I want to add to this game. So maybe poetry making with Art Marmite. Maybe that's going to be the sequel to Artholomew video. But here's torn bits of tin foil affixed to the canvas with Marmite. There we go. I think the camera was having a bit of a hard time focusing. I think the tin foil might be something it doesn't enjoy. But here we go. What else? A coarse brush scrub rubbing alcohol. Bring some creative destruction. Right. Rubbing alcohol. Let's get some wire wool. Wire wool and rubbing alcohol. I have no idea how these things go together. I also just got a hand covered in alcohol now. Right, here it is. It smells very medical in here very suddenly. So you can hear the board there. This part of the paper has been folded over. So if you want to see some paper get mashed up, use a plant paint to paint a plant on the foil op art. Op art style. Okay, we are doing the difficult ones. Okay, this is a difficult one now. Try the alcohol scrub. That one I can do. I'll do alcohol scrub first. Where'd I put my wire wool? Where'd I put my wire wool? Okay, I'm putting the plant here where I remember where it is. And then I go looking for my wire wool and rubbing alcohol. There's the rubbing alcohol. Don't know where the lid is. It's an interesting kind of technical issue to have is I can't find the wire wool I was holding literally a second ago. Okay, what's the alternative to wire wool is if I can't find the wire wool, I'm using a sponge and I'm putting a knife in it. That's how I'm doing it. That's wire wool. This is Alistair style wire wool. Is a sponge with a knife in it. There we go. I don't know where the wire wool went, but here's the nice sponge. Here's the rubbing alcohol. And now let's really go at this. There we go. We're getting holes. We're getting holes. Actually, the knife works quite nicely because you can do a kind of like digging motion, to be honest. Like watch like that. That makes some really interesting textures. So I'm just going to do that for a little while just because I'm enjoying it. Oh! Something from underneath has fallen down now. But it's like tiger claws or something. It's great. I'm enjoying this a lot. I don't know if you can see that. So try the alcohol scrub. It's, I hope that's a close enough approximation. Have I checked the floor? Oh my god! I found the wire wool! I found the wire wool. It's back. Okay, so it should blur the paint and muddy it. Alright, if you want more of that, you know what to type in. But for the moment, I'd hear a coin, and I didn't do the op art. Okay, I know how to do the op art. Oh god, op art. I don't even know what op art is. I've heard the term before. Okay, right, mid-journey. Make me a picture of, what was it? Op art plant. Oh wait, I need to do, what is it? Imagine. Is that mid-journey? Mid-journey is offline, I think. Damn it! Okay, I'll tell you what I was going to do. I was going to get an AI to make an op-art picture of plants and then attach it there using the plant as some kind of fixative or something. But I can't remember how to use mid-journey, and I think mid-journey might be offline. But just imagine I've done something really cool. It's DALL-E 2. I don't have my sign in on my, I'll end up spending ages signing in, and we've only got 10 minutes left of painting. So just imagine I did that with an AI. You know what? Sod it. I'll be the AI. I will be the AI. Hello, I am Op Art Robot. I have made an Op Art plant. And then there it is. Here's our op art plant made by AI Alistair. And that's what I'm going to attach. I thought, oh god, I've come up with something so clever. And then clearly not done it well. But the interesting bit was, how do I attach it using the plant? And well, that didn't work. I'm not sure what I was expecting to happen. Okay, adhere a coin using Marmite. Gaffer tape. There we go. Here is our AI created op art plant. And its real plant buddy attached using the power of tape. There we go. That's... I hope that is close enough to your suggestion, Stephanie. Okay. Desperate last minute drawing. Okay, adhere a hot coin using Marmite. Coins, coins, coins. Where did I put my coins? Where did I put my coins? There's my coins. €2. €2. This is real painting. Is like serious expensive business. Big glob of Marmite. Look at that. Look at that big glob of Marmite. There we go. And there it goes on the op art. €2 op art. Quickly, quickly. Desperate last minute drawing. Desperate last minute drawing. Okay. Okay, desperate last minute drawing. Where's my big pen? Where did I put my big pen? There's my big pen. Last minute drawing. Okay. Okay, it's a bean in a top hat, and it's got an arm, and it's got a t-shirt, and it's got a leg. There we go. It's some kind of strange bean man, and it's got... Okay, I'm giving it pink skin. There we go. Some kind of strange bean man. There we go. That's it. That's the desperate last minute drawing. Desperate last minute drawing. What else? There's about 5 minutes left on the clock. Anything you want to see? This is the last 5 minutes to make any changes to the art. Style quickly. This style, it's truly worth money now. Thank you, thank you. So, auction, bidding, all those things. You know, you'll be able to look. I've got a nice Satsuma as well. Look at this art Satsuma. This is the one I was painting with earlier. Isn't it good? So quickly, I need to know, what's my muse? What's my muse? Be my muse. The tiniest smile. The tiniest smile. Let's do that up there. Okay, the tiniest smile. Let's just use the back end of a brush and use it as a pen and do the tiniest smile. There we go. There we go. The tiniest smile is up there, roughly where you wanted it. And a stick figure and a lettuce. And a lettuce. Our new Prime Minister, the lettuce. It's a happy stick figure. Hooray! And it's going to run. I'm going to make this stick figure run. There we go. It's a happy stick figure, painted quickly. A lettuce painted very quickly. And another scrub. Okay, so lettuce painted very quickly. That's a quickly lettuce. Another scrub. Scrub-a-dub-dub. Scrub-a-dub-dub.
Cool. I think one of the mics ran out of battery. So here we go. I'm off the headset mic. I'm onto the Rode mic. So I might be slightly quieter than usual. It's okay. It's okay. My mic died. Thank you for telling me. My mic died. Mic died. Long live Mike. Rest in peace, Mike. I'm back in the room. Mike is back. Mike is back. Welcome back, Mike. Okay, relax. Cover 4 bloods using the Satsuma bowling style. Okay, overarm bowling. I can't. So 1, 2, 3. This is making great art on my floor, by the way. And the juice is starting to come out. Right, one more. 4. Okay, 4 blobs from the Satsuma. Pointillism and back. Face impression. And palette knife paint, done that. Mike died. Rest in peace, Mike. I mean, maybe I should just dangle my mic over the top. Over the top of the paint. There we go. Help! There we go. Let's put the dead mic into the artwork. Here it comes. Mic died. There it is. There's the dead mic. As the final finishing touch with 10 seconds to go. Oh my god, I did all of these things! I did all of the things that are on the screen. I can't believe it. I'm talking into the wrong microphone. I can't believe I just did it, but I actually managed to do all the things that are on the screen. Time is up, everyone. Time is up. So let's have, before we move on, let's just have a look at this beautiful creation that we've made. Let's take the camera around, have a look in close up. You can see we've got some op art, some genuine AI created op art with some Marmite on it. We've got, ta-da! We've got the bit of plant. We've got a square cut out of the canvas. Let's see if I can make it focus. I'm just holding this in one hand. We've got my quick drawing. We've got the Marmite attached flecks of foil. We got a dog. We've got where I rubbed away at the canvas, and next to that we've got where I folded over the canvas. We've got the traces of Artholomew video signatures. We've got the tiny little smiley face. And what else do we have? We have the dead microphone. We have where I lost the wire wool, but found the next best thing, which was a knife inside a sponge. I quite like the texture there. That was using the palette knife there. Got a nice. Oh, the Marmite's dripping. The Marmite's dripping. Look, it's like it's alive. Look at that. Look at that. I'm very happy with that. I thought there was about to be another Marmite drip. There was not. There we go. So that, my friends, is the artwork we have made. This is the IndieCade 2022 painting. Give yourselves all a big round of applause. How about the floor? Good question. Very good question. I'm going to have fun cleaning up tonight. I'm going to have a lot of fun cleaning up. And I should watch out for that banana skin there. I could slip on that banana skin and hurt myself. So I should watch out. Be very careful. But there we go. This is the floor. This is the second secret bit of art that we were secretly making this whole time. What's the wildest request I've received, and what's the wildest I've fulfilled? I'll be honest, painting with my lips today is probably the wildest one I've actually done. But like, I feel like I've built up to it. Every time I've done this, my capacity to say, you know what, go ahead, yeah, sure, why not, has gone up and up and up every single time. Like, so I think the first time, painting with my lips, I would have laughed it off and not done it. This time I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of curious to find out what would happen if I tried to do that. So, yeah. And thank you very much for the bravo. Thank you very much for the bravo. Is the paint lip safe? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is poster paint for children, so it is designed to be edible. I mean, not that you'd want to eat it, but it's designed like because children you know, they're like children will try to eat the paint. I'm sure some of them will. What's the weirdest ingredient anyone has requested? I think the wildest, one of my favorite requests was painting using glitter with my elbow. So I put the glitter, like held a tub of glitter and was throwing it on. That was really fun. The weirdest request I've ever received. I think I pressed my back against the canvas at one point. That was interesting. Painting with mashed potato, painting with bagels, and I had to chew up the bagel and then use the chewed up bagel to paint with. That I think is possibly the weirdest one. But I like doing this. I've always denied fire. Yes, that's the one thing that has been suggested that I've not gone through with, is if people suggest fire, I still laugh that off. I've used hot wax before, but there is no way I am setting fire to anything. You know, pouring molten hot wax on that, I know the safety precautions I need to take for that. Using fire, actual fire, setting something on fire, I know the safety precaution for that is don't do it. So that's the weirdest one. Is there any sort of request I secretly hope for or dread in the future? Honestly, I like it when people ask me to paint with my hands and body parts and things, and painting, you know, doing finger painting and stuff like that, and even using my face. Like painting with my nose before has been really fun. I like doing that. I'm actually not I've never really liked, ever since even when I was a kid, I didn't really like face paint and things like that. And so in a way, I am going to get mess on my face and I'm going to keep it there. But that's okay, that's my choice. There is something I kind of find quite fun and is empowering the right word? Something, you know, like you're overcoming some kind of fear every time you do it that I quite like. A can of compressed air, I have not used that. So, is there anything I secretly dread? That's a hard question. I haven't thought of anything I've dreaded yet. But I think, I'm quite happy I know what my boundaries are. You know, I know I'm not going to set fire to things. I'm not going to do anything that causes me pain, things like that. You know, I'm quite happy to say no to stuff. So I guess I can't really dread anything because I know, if someone suggests something where I'm I don't want to do that, I'll say, I don't want to do that, or I'll find a creative way to interpret it. So if someone said, asked me to use fire, well, maybe if I have some colored paper, I can cut up into bits of fire. Or maybe I have chilies in the cupboard and I can stick chilies on, and that's like painting with fire. Things like that. Is there any story behind keep your inputs clean? Or is it general precaution? It is just a general precaution. I mean, there was basically, I've never had a show where I felt it kind of crossed the line or anything. But I want to keep it approachable to children as well as adults. I want it so that, anyone can come along. To me, it's important that these streams should be accessible and anyone should be able to give it a go. To me, that's very important. So I'd like to keep it sort of family friendly. And I have had ones where the conversations got a little bit risque. It's not been actually rude. No one's been swearing or anything. But it's all been kind of subtle, going in that direction. A lot of innuendo. And I'm I don't think that's the right vibe. I think someone who's not into that kind of talk could come into one of these streams and then go, oh no, this is just a bunch of people being immature, and then leave, when it could have been something they'd really enjoyed. So that's where the family-friendly request kind of came in, because I don't like the idea of creating, a situation where someone would be turned off joining in. So, yeah, Dennis remembers basically being the cause of this. I don't think there was any one cause. It was basically during it was the advertising game where I pretended to be a salesman, and people were typing in increasingly suggestive things, and like, I think at the time with it I was fine, like, but it was one of these things where I came away going, I'm happy, I enjoy doing that stream. However, I would like things to be less risque in future because I want to make it more, accessible to everyone. So, I blame no one for that because I think it's just, the direction I wanted the thing to go in. So the family-friendly request for people who stream it themselves, people who aren't me, because you can download this game for free. Artholomew.video on the internet will take you to where you can download, where you can see videos of past performances and things. You can download the software and use it for yourself on your own Twitter stream, on your own Discord channel, or, and this is coming very soon, I'm working on it at the moment, you can also just play on your own with bots, and the bots will pretend to be an audience, so you can have a go at doing it in a kind of safe environment with no one watching you. But, for people playing, for other people who want to stream this, whether or not it shows the family-friendly, keep your inputs clean prompt, that is something that you can toggle on and off. And I wanted it to be that way because I don't want to dictate what content is okay for some people and other. That's my choice. I hope that makes sense. How do I feel about the alcohol scrubbing? I thought that was fine. I felt like it was a little unfortunate. I don't think the alcohol got to do as much as I think it possibly did in your imagination. I didn't have anything that could really absorb the alcohol, but the scrubbing was interesting. And I always like stuff where, we made a hole in the canvas there, we made a big hole in the canvas there. Anything that kind of, that treats the canvas like an object. This isn't some magical thing that holds the image. It's just a big sheet of paper. And so, anything that treats it and says, no, this is a piece of paper, so it can be ripped, it can be torn, it can be, rubbed at, it can be, it can be treated like a sculpture. To me, that's really interesting, and it actually kind of reflects a lot of the art I quite like to look at. A lot of the stuff I see in museum. When I see a painting which has very thick paint on it, so it's kind of sculptural, I always really like that. So I think that possibly comes from the same thing for me. Do I have a gallery of the finished work? And also how I look after each one. Destructive methods your art professor taught you. I like the thing about rubbing alcohol. I think that's really interesting. I am going to keep that in mind for future. So a gallery of finished work. Okay. I don't have an easy to look at gallery. What I do have is if you go to artholomew.video, that's the URL, http://video. On that page, there is a kind of video gallery that shows past performances in a random order, and the idea with that is it shows the same set of performances to everyone around the world, no matter what time zone you're in. It's all at the same time. But I digress. One thing I do is I post all of these pictures up on Twitter. So I will, after this stream, I'm going to be taking close-up photos of this, and I'm going to be posting them on my Twitter feed, so you can have a look all around it. And that, if I've got a messy face, the messy face will be on at least one of the photos. That is something I could very easily put together into a gallery. So I really like that suggestion. Thank you very much. The music is a tad loud, and I'm probably a tad quiet. Let's turn it down a wee bit. But yes, I'm happy to ask more questions. Is the program available somewhere? Yes, I will just type it in. http://video. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mike, for passing that. Where did my mic go? So there's, I'm pointing at my mic now, but I'm also, the one I'm talking to is a desktop microphone. Yes. Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the kind words today, by the way. I really appreciate it. I am happy to stick around asking questions as long as people have more questions they want to ask. So there is one more thing that we want to do with this, and that is to come up with a name for the piece that we've just done. So, would we... I'm seeing is the RC, is that it trying to lift the URL or something? I don't know. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okie dokie. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to come up with a name for this painting. So Artholomew is going to come along. We're all going to get a big old congratulations. And then we're going to come up with a name for this piece of art. So if you can type into the chat what you think this should be called, and we'll try to come up with some kind of collective title for this painting, for this performance, for the whole thing. So here we go. Let's end the performance, and Artholomew Video himself will come to join us. What a beautiful art performance. It really was something very special, wasn't it? Now, with your audience, choose a name for the masterpiece that you have created and type it into the box. Okay, my friends, so what is the title of our masterpiece? What are we going to call it? At the moment, it's called Untitled Painting Stream. So this could be a name for the painting, it could be the name for the act of performance itself. This is always the tough part. So we've got tinfoil, we got plants, we got holes in the canvas, we've got a dead microphone, titled painting streams, brown deconstructive, fortuitous divine design. Oh, I like that. I like the one that rhymes. The divine design that rhymes. So, brown deconstructed. I'm enjoying this deconstruction. Deconstruction is a nice word. Let's start with deconstruction. Deconstruction. Oh, yeah. Deconstruction. Marmite. Oh, okay, Marmite. €2. Okay, yep. I'm liking this. I'm liking this very much. Marmite. €2. No refunds. I like that. I like that. That's nice. That's got a nice buzz to it. What do we think, people? Marmite, €2. No refunds. Shall we go for it? I'll give you a little time to say yes or no, because I don't know what the delay's like on this stream. I've got a perfect. I've got Mike saying perfect, so I'm going to go for it. That's the one. That's the one. Here we go. Give yourselves a big round of applause as we applaud our masterpiece. Well, that was some experience. Before you move on to your next challenge, why not take some time to talk with your audience about how this experience was for them? What did they enjoy? What did they take away from it? And of course, those same questions to you yourself, the streamer. How do you feel after performing this piece? And here we are back at the canvas. Here it is, everyone. Here is our beautiful creation. So yes, so every stream ends with a little prompt from Artholomew Video. He's the totally real and not fictional performance artist who came up with all of these things. I'm just the guy he had to program the whole thing. So Artholomew Video will come on at the end and always suggest that you talk with your audience about what worked for them and what didn't. I do feel like we have had quite a good debrief already. So, but I mean, honestly, my favorite things, destroying the canvas, and I do feel I got messier today than I have in previous. I feel like things like painting with my lips and that, it was like, I feel like having done these streams multiple times, I'm more okay with getting messy and getting mess all over my face. And it's funny, I've always pictured myself as quite a, I know from doing stage performances and things that I'm quite a chaotic person, but messy not particularly. And I kind of like the fact that I've become okay with being messy over the course of doing these streams. And I think this one was the messiest yet. So I am very, 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 very happy with that. That's my big takeaway. I am basically, I guess, if you do have questions, ask them. But I think it's probably time for me to head out, take some photos of this, and then have a wash. But thank you all so much for coming on. Thank you for contributing to this masterpiece. I really like what we've made. I'll put a thing into the chat, just a link to my Twitter, so you can. Where's my? There we go. Twitter.com/AG Aitcheson. Thank you for the art. Thank you so much. So that's my Twitter link has just gone in. If you go there, that is where the close-up photos of this will start to appear. But coming up on the IndieCade channel, so keep an eye on this channel because we have yet more interviews with the finalists of the nominees for this year's IndieCade Awards. So coming up on Tuesday, I'm going to be speaking to Jonah Warren, who is the creator of Choppy Copies, which is an amazing sculpture-based VR game where you're kind of carving away at sculptures and trying to make a copy of classic sculptures within like a two minute time limit. It's really fun. I was playing it in the weekend and it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to doing this interview. And then on Wednesday, we have Matt Betancourt and the Mouse and the Billionaire team going to be talking about their alternative controller game, Tic Atmos. So that is going to be very exciting as well. And of course, Tatiana will be joining me for that as well. So look forward to lots more IndieCade shows. Keep an eye here on the channel. There'll be plenty more to come because on the Beyond Screen show, what we're doing is we are interviewing the nominees of games from the IndieCade Festival that take you outside of the screen and get you playing around with physical environments or using your body or some kind of other sort of strange and exciting interactive stuff. So yes, please do keep on looking at the IndieCade channel. Keep on looking at the IndieCade Twitter feed for news of what's coming up next. I think that's me for tonight. So thank you all so much for attending. Look after yourselves. Look after each other. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. And I shall see you all again soon. Tuesday night is the next interview I'm doing. That's Jonah Warren talking about Choppy Copies. That'll be 8 p.m. UK time, 12 noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern time here on the IndieCade channel. That's Tuesday and Wednesday next interviews coming up. Have yourselves a good night and see you all again soon. Bye-bye, everyone.